welcome to the next session of the Make the Most of School Meals series from Maryland SNAP-Ed. So this series is all about making the most of the food that you can bring into your home if you have kids 18 and under in your home. They are all eligible for free school meals since the beginning of the pandemic to make up for the fact that they're not getting meals in school. And so while they're in school enjoying these meals, it's a wonderful thing. And now that this resource is coming into your home, there might be some leftovers accumulating in your refrigerators and pantries, but we want to give you some ideas for using in your cooking for new ways you could serve these things to your kids, and maybe also get them involved in the kitchen. So welcome to everyone who's joining us. Please go ahead and feel free to introduce yourself by where you're joining us from in the comments. If you're in Maryland, the county that you're joining us from. If you're outside of Maryland, the city and state would be great to know. And throughout the presentation, we'll be pausing to answer questions, acknowledge comments, but feel free if you're in the comments to add information about what's happening in your county, to respond to some of the comments and questions, because we want to make these sessions useful to you all, both from the information that we're sharing, but the ideas and the information that you are bringing to the table. So we are joined today by Razan Sahuri, who is the Maryland SNAP-Ed educator in Howard County, Maryland. So Razan, hi, welcome. And if you wouldn't mind telling us a little bit about what's going on with school meals in Howard County.
Good morning and welcome everyone. So in Howard County, there's two options to grab your school meals. The first option is the grab and go meals that are usually served any day a school is in session. Meals include lunch, breakfast, dinner, and a snack, and they may be picked up either in the morning or in the afternoon. In the morning, it is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And in the afternoon, it's from 10:45 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. And then the Friday pickup, that includes the weekend meals. The second option is the pre-ordered meals. And those meals are for multiple days and they can be ordered online. So pre-ordered meals may be picked up on either Mondays or Thursdays only. The Monday pickup includes meals for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then it must be pre-ordered before 12:45 the previous Thursday. So today is a perfect day for that. And then Thursday pickup, that includes meals from Thursday till Sunday, and this must be pre-ordered before 12:45 on Tuesday.
Oh, thank you for all that information. Really a lot of phenomenal efforts being made by Howard County to give flexibility to families, the multiple times in the day, acknowledging that working families can't necessarily pick up in the middle of the day, and that being able to pre-order for multiple meal pickups per day does make it so that you can, don't have to work into your schedule every day. I do want to encourage everyone to check with their local school district about the particulars, because it's different depending on the school district with the schedule and the locations. So the best source of information is your school district. For example, I'm in Baltimore County. They do 2 pickups per week, Monday and Wednesday. On Monday, breakfast and lunch for Monday and Tuesday are provided. And then on Wednesday, it is meals for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the locations are on their website. And make sure you check frequently before you go out, because sometimes locations change based on participation and other factors. So one thing I really want to underscore is the financial value of this resource. So a paid meal, if you were to pay full price for a meal in schools in Maryland, is right around $3. So if your county is able to provide breakfast and lunch for 5 days a week, that is 10 meals at $3. That's $30 that stays in your pocket that you can use to feed your family other meals. And in some counties that are able to provide 3 meals a day, up to 7 days a week, that's up to, let's see if I can get my math right, 7 times 3 is 21 times $3 per meal. That is $63. So not only do you not have to prepare those meals for your kids, but you can also use those funds to supplement your family food budget. So just really take advantage of this. The school districts want you to participate. It's any kid 18 and under is eligible. Parents can pick up. You just need to you just need to provide the names of the students that you're picking up for. And not only are those meals made, but if there's leftovers, there's lots of creative ways you can use them. So I think that is a good time for us to introduce our recipe for the day and get started with the cooking, because that's what you all came for.
Yes, so today we're making apple salad. And apple salad is great as a side dish or a snack. So let me introduce all the ingredients. Most of these ingredients are found or may be found in a school meal. So we're going to need 1 apple. All the produce has already been washed. So did I do with my hands. So first of all, the apple will be diced after it's already washed. We're going to use the lemon. We only need 1 teaspoon of juice. And this may not be in a school meal, so we can use orange juice that might be provided. We're just going to use it so the apple won't brown. And then 1 stalk of celery, diced, 2 medium carrots. After they're washed, we're going to peel them and grate them. That's around 1 cup of shredded carrots. So if you don't have big carrots and you get small carrots, you can use those. Half a cup of raisins, and finally half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of low-fat vanilla yogurt. I'm going to remove the ingredients so we can start working on the apples.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Razan, there is a chance all of these ingredients could be appearing in a school meal, with the exception of the lemon. Apples are the ones we're featuring, also the yogurt, very frequent flyer in school meals, but carrots, baby carrots appear frequently. Some districts will do celery sticks, and raisins definitely. So this is just really a ideal recipe to think about and get your mind working on different ways you could serve these extra ingredients to your kids if they're not eating them with the original meal that you picked up.
Absolutely. And if they don't have apples, they might have pears, and pears also work, or any other fruit that they think that might work for this salad. So it's very flexible. They don't have to use apples.
While you're expertly chopping that apple, I just want to welcome everyone again. Thanks for joining us for Make the Most of School Meals from Maryland SNAP Ed. And encourage you, if you're just joining us, please let us know where you're joining us from in the comments, with the county if you're in Maryland, or the city and state if you are in another state. And add questions and comments, and we'll be periodically pausing to respond to those as they come in.
So if an adult is chopping the apples, they can use a regular knife, but if they want to include the children in the kitchen, they can also use a crab knife or maybe a butter knife. It might not be as easy, but that's part of the fun as well, to chop away.
Looks like you have what looks like a red delicious apple there. Of course, you can use other apple varieties. A lot of school districts in Maryland make great efforts to get different varieties of apples from local farms as well. And so that's another fun thing to do with your kids, is to taste different apple varieties to see which ones they prefer.
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite, Razan?
Actually, I love all apples. It depends on the time of the day. Sometimes I feel like, I enjoy more tart. Others, I want something that's more sweet. Yes. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the apples over here, because we're going to use the lemon juice on the apples so they don't brown. And as I mentioned before, you can actually use the orange juice that might be provided in your meal. So you can either use a juicer, but you don't have to use a juicer. You can use your hand. That's just like using a stress ball. You can just squeeze, and it's really therapeutic. I like that.
Something we could all use right now.
Yes. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it, you can use a fork, and you can just poke it, and it will help release the juices. It's much easier. And we're washing. Yeah, go ahead.
We're going to post some links in the comments. If you have a leftover half of a lemon, I will admit I'm guilty of putting those in the refrigerator and discovering them months later. But some ideas of what to do with it. We have a video to make something we call wild water, which is water that you've infused with the flavors of different fruits or vegetables or herbs. And that's a great thing to do, especially when you have a leftover item rather than using a whole new item. The other thing we'll post is a recipe for a vinaigrette that you can make with using lemon juice, a vinaigrette salad dressing, just to make sure you're using every ingredient.
Sorry, I'm just going to toss this with 1 teaspoon, just to make sure they don't brown. The second item on our list is carrots. So we're going to peel the carrots and then grate them. You can use, a grater, and if you don't have that, you can use your knife and just cut them into smaller pieces. When you're peeling, just make sure you peel away from you. It's much safer to do that. And I also know a lot of people that don't peel their carrots, so that's also personal preference if you don't want to peel it. So after peeling your carrots, you can grate them, and you can use any size. I like to use the most coarse. And that's also, if you have older kids, they can also help you with the grating. And so we don't spend our 20 minutes doing this. I already prepared this before. So it's what we like to call TV magic, right?
Exactly.
So we're going to add this to our salad, or the apples at this point. And I like to put them in different parts of the bowl just to kind of see all the colors. And then
with our eyes, right? So those colors make it look more appealing. It's another thing to think about when you're feeding new foods to kids, is how that food looks. And I think you're right. When you kind of group those colors, it really makes them pop.
And now for the celery. So just a reminder, when we're trying to cut, just to have our hand, our fingers in a claw, just to kind of protect our fingers. And you can make this as thick, if you like it more crunchy, you can go ahead and do that. And I think a butter knife also works with this for if kids are helping.
My kids are young. They're 2.5 and almost 5, and a butter knife that has a little bit of serration for it can really do an impressive job of chopping, especially crispy vegetables like that aren't super hard, but that they can cut through, and they feel so proud of themselves.
Absolutely. So next, what I'm going to add the raisins. So this is 1/2 cup of raisins, but usually kids get 1/4 cup with their meals. So if you only have 1/4 cup, you can use that. You don't have to use, more than that. If you have some leftover, you can add that. If you have other dried fruits like cranberries, you can also do that. So with that, we have all our dried ingredients in our salad right now. And after that, I'm just going to toss it or fold the yogurt. This is vanilla yogurt. The recipe asks for 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup, and usually kids get 1/2 cup with their school meals. So if you only have 1/2 cup, that's more than enough. You don't need to, open a new yogurt container or something just to use part of it. Or if you like it, more liquidy, you can do that, but you don't have to. This is vanilla yogurt, but you can also use regular yogurt. And I like using regular yogurt. This way I can maybe add leftover chicken. Let me mix this before. If you have leftover chicken or canned chicken, you can add that to your salad. It's more like a Waldorf salad.
So salads and anything with vegetables are incredibly flexible in terms of the amounts and the types of vegetables you use. You can really adapt it to your taste. Thanks for some of the comments. Somebody commented about using zest. So grating the outside of the lemon. So talk about stretching each ingredient. You use the juice of the lemon as well as the zest. Then you can use that on to flavor chicken or fish or veggies. One of our commenters talked about the crunch of the salad. I think that's a great thing that, you know, we eat with all of our senses. We think mostly about taste, but the colors we already mentioned, and then the crunch of this salad is going to appeal to some that like crunchy things. I'm a big fan of crunchy things. I'd love for our participants, if you have any thoughts about how you would modify this recipe, either based on what you have or how to better suit your kids' tastes. We'd love to hear your ideas in the comments for that as well.
So once the salad is tossed, you should cover it. So I'm just gonna, and chill it in the refrigerator for an hour before serving. And then you can also refrigerate the leftovers once you're done. And one nice thing about this, kids can also help mix it, mix all the ingredients together. So if you have little ones and you don't want them to kind of chop or do that, they can help with the mixing. So I'm just going to refrigerate this. And then let's pretend I refrigerated this for an hour. Just going to make sure this looks dry and nice. And then I have this already pre-plated. I use the celery leaves just to garnish it and make it look a little bit more fancy.
Beautiful. I love it. So I think I would love to serve this either as a side with a meal, or I think it also would make a great snack. And we've got, let's see, we've got fruits and veggies. We've got dairy from the yogurt. If you add some walnuts or sunflower seeds, you could get some protein in there. So it's a beautiful multi-food group dish. So one commenter saying that they would do walnuts, use crisp pears, or Asian pear would be a wonderful substitute for apples. That's an excellent idea. Asian pears are big too, so you could get a lot out of one pear. One commenter mentions that grating or shredding the carrots is a great way to introduce crunchy food to small children safely. That's my preferred way to have carrots in salads. I find that sticking a fork into like a carrot coin can be a little bit challenging. So I really do like grating carrots. That's my preferred way to have them in salad.
Absolutely. And then as a lot of people mentioned, so, you can mix and match, add other vegetables, make it your own salad, be more creative. So this is called an apple salad, but then, you can call it whatever you like. I mean, that's another activity to maybe do with the children, let them, name it, try and think of creative ways to name it.
Great, yeah. One commenter said they'd add blueberries. I think that would be a fantastic addition, and adding that deep blue color would be a lovely addition as well. Blue is hard to find in the fruit and vegetable world, but the blueberries really play a starring role when you use them. So, all right. Well, thank you to everybody for participating. If you have any further comments or questions, go ahead and add them into the comments. I do just want to underscore one more time that please do take advantage of the resource of free school meals for any child 18 and under. There's no income eligibility qualifications. All students qualify. They don't have to be registered in the school. You can pick up at any site that's in your county, and that go to your school district's website for the best, most current information of where to pick up school meals. The food service staff have been working hard, and they want to see your faces. There is a website that's a statewide resource for school meal sites, marylandsummermeals.org, but your school district is also going to be, it's really going to be the best, most specific source. The other thing I'd encourage people to do is, if you have any personal barriers to accessing school meals, to being able to get to a site, reach out to your school district food service, because they might have some suggestions or information that you didn't have available to you of how you might be able to be able to overcome those barriers if you don't have transportation to a site. Because like I said, the school districts really want you to participate in this program. And so do we, because it's a great way to get healthy meals for your kids, both to serve in the meals as they are menued, but also to get them involved in cooking these fun, healthy recipes that they can be involved in and try these foods in new ways. So, Razan, I thank you. This was a wonderful presentation. I think I'm going to make something with apples for my lunch today. And thanks to everybody who joined us. And we look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, January 21st at 11 a.m. right here on the Maryland SNAP Ed Facebook page. So we'll be featuring roasted vegetables with baby carrots. So thanks so much, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.